Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to speak about the root chakra and the sacred geometry symbol that is correlated in my teaching, which is the circle of life. Also, in combination, the first universal law, the law of divine oneness. All three of these things go together. Now, off the top, what's coming through very, very strongly is ancestry, and specifically Native American ancestry. So these would be the first peoples that lived in the United States or North American region. And what I'm picking up is that this was before European settlers came in. So time frame, I'm not 100% sure, but it was a while ago. And for me, this shirt came in yesterday. Which is perfect timing. Perfect timing. For me, my previous incarnation was that of a medicine woman. I feel a very strong ancestral link to this image. And images like it, but when I tell you this shirt was made for me, it definitely was. Okay, so if we're going to talk about Native American culture and the time of consciousness when that culture existed in that way, the root chakra is the base. Okay? It is the all. Our direct link and cord to the earth and the all. So these people were very connected to the rhythms of nature. They were one with it. Law of divine oneness. The circle of life. So they were one with the plants, and they were one with the animals. I have goosebumps everywhere. And they were one with spirit, and they were one with physical form. And they moved with the weather patterns, and they adjusted to changes upon the earth. They lived harmoniously within the all, and their lineage, the ancestral line, was very, very strong. So at that time, their consciousness was very much of the root chakra. Everything was associated with that energy in that energy center. So now that I said that, The location of the root chakra is at the base of the spine or the coccyx. So just below the groin area, or just below the groin area. The element is earth, and the color is red. The function: it is the center of safety, security, grounding to the earth, receiving nourishment, abundant resource, sense of connection and foundation, and the starting point. If we're looking at Native American ancestry and this time in which they lived harmoniously with the planet as the first in this region, the red color is represented by blood, the circle of life, the cycle of life, birth and death and birth again, and generation after generation after generation. This is a depiction of the solar root chakra. Oh, 707. And this is circle of life. The root chakra is held by the circle of life, or circle of life. Now, the circle of life represents infinite potential, the creator, source, point of power, initiation, connection, and being part of the field. A sense of purpose regarding why you were created. The beginning through to the end and back again. Cycles, continuous flow, eternal, the all within the one, and the one within the all. Home, belonging, God, and possibilities. Red represents comfort, love, blood, ancestry, life, purity, roots, seriousness, real, bold, and power. Now, the root chakra symbol, circle meaning. So this is with two of them together. And now the root chakra itself exists within a circle, so that is part of its design on its own, which is very powerful. The circle is the most fundamental of all forms, symbolizing infinite space and expansiveness. The circle is present in all physical matter, from the atom to planetary bodies. The circle symbolizes symbolizes the central quest of spirituality to realize oneness with all of creation. In terms of the root chakra system, the circle holds the 4 lotus petals together and encompasses other inner symbols. Oneness with all of creation. That was the message of these people throughout history. That was their most significant belief. And it was not only a belief, but it was law. It was universal law. Now, the circle of life, specifically, represents the process of transformation from life to death, from one generation to the next. Because a circle has no end, it has long represented the concept of eternity and infinity. Now, the practice of attuning your root chakra is to merge your root chakra with the circle of life within your being. And this would be in a state of meditation of sorts. You would visualize your root center as an energy center glowing red. And regardless of what state you're currently in, whether you are feeling safe or unsafe, whether you are feeling loved or in fear, whether you are feeling secure or not, that's not what this is about. We are simply giving our energy center the support of the geometric symbol, so that the symbol and everything associated with it works upon the body to attune and activate the energies. Remember that within the root chakra is ancestry, ancestral wisdom and power. It is earth and nourishment. And so the circle of life as a geometric symbol assists you to open the channel to receive that information and that support, to take you to a better place from where you currently are. Wherever you currently are, this will simply assist you gently. Okay. So, what is on my eye? Now, to be more specific about the root chakra, this particular rendition of the symbol The root chakra symbol is depicted as a lotus flower with 4 petals. Each of these petals represent a specific mental state associated with the root chakra. In addition, the root chakra symbol includes a square, a triangle, and a crescent moon, and a circle. This article will unpack the inner meaning of each of these powerful geometric forms within the root chakra system. First, understanding the root chakra symbol. Every aspect of the root chakra symbol reveals another facet of this fundamental chakra in the human body. Understanding the root chakra symbol assists in mastering the energy of this chakra as a foundation for a personal spiritual path. The ancient root chakra symbol is a map of the journey towards freedom and liberation. The root chakra symbol can be explored on many levels. The root chakra establishes the foundation for the other major chakras. The root chakra is our connection to the physical plane. The focus of the root chakra is food, survival, shelter, safety, comfort, and belonging. I said that wrong. Survival, food, shelter, safety, comfort, and belonging. Activating this chakra is a careful process described in ancient texts and based on the body's powerful energetic system. The name for the root or base chakra in Sanskrit is Muladhara. Muladhara. Mula means root. Adhara means base or support. Each of the 7 major chakras have Sanskrit names that reveal their function. The root chakra helps to ground in your environment. This is also the place where ancestral memories reside. One of the challenges in activating the root chakra is clearing traumatic memories or records stored in this chakra. This can be done through spoken affirmations, the use of mantras, various forms of prayer, meditation, and service to others. We are accomplishing that by using the circle of life. Okay? And this is some of the information from an article by Kathleen Carlson. Okay. Associated organs in the body. The root chakra governs the lower part of the body. This includes the feet, legs, knees, hips, pelvis, lower back, and lower spine. These areas of the body establish balance and stability. Other organs related to the root chakra are the organs of elimination, the bladder and the colon. The root chakra also connects to the reproductive system. This is a shared function with the sacral chakra. The root chakra is the place where we process and transform energy, thoughts, and experiences related to security and safety. Now, if we think of back to the Native American or the first peoples, the act of survival was first and ever present. Their life was very raw and unforgiving many times. Now, they were a very loving and harmonious people as well, because they felt their connection to the all. And if you can feel another, it is very difficult to harm them. Also, you have an understanding that if you do, you are harming yourself. Now, they also called Earth Mother, which is important to note, which is correct, and Sky Father, which is the Sun as the Christ force, that masculine force, which is also correct. But they felt a complete connection to all of it at the very base foundation of their being, as well as ancestral line within them. They felt the energy of their ancestors. So it was a different consciousness than we have currently today. But each person can open and activate, I'm hearing heal, their root chakra and experience the feeling of oneness with the all. Receive the nourishment and the support from the earth, from your ancestral line. The strength of that is powerful. It answers a lot of questions. Questions that may make you feel like you don't belong or ungrounded in some way. Once you are planted, you have more confidence to grow and expand. The root chakra is the base for all the other chakras. It is the strength for everything else. And the root chakra and the crown chakra work together. So what happens in the crown happens in the root. And what happens in the root happens in the crown. Now, the heart chakra is the midpoint. It is the bridge. It is the union. So, the infinity symbol, the figure 8, the energy is circulating. Okay, and recycling, and clearing, and nourishing, and teaching, and understanding, and sharing. The midpoint is the heart. Okay. That energy is so strong. Because of their connection to the earth and their connection to their ancestry, they had an infinite amount of wisdom and knowing, which is why they were such sacred healers, because the information was passed down generation from generation from generation and held within the body. It was a knowing. It wasn't a learning. They didn't experience a life of conditioning. They experienced a life of awakening and connection. That's not to say that there wasn't challenge and there wasn't violence and there wasn't pain, because of course there was. Survival and the rawness of it was very, very present. They felt polarity in a powerful way. They felt the joy and elation of love and family and achievement. And they felt the absolute rawness of death and violence and survival. They felt it all. And they had the wisdom of their ancestors to guide them. Which is why we hear about that so much when we take in information about that culture. Okay, getting back to this. The 4 petals of the lotus on the root chakra represent different mental states. However, interpretations of these mental states vary widely. Most often, the 4 petals of the base chakra are viewed as mind, intellect, consciousness, and ego. In Sanskrit, these petals are called manas, mind, buddhi, intellect, chitta, consciousness, and ahamkara, ego. Taken together, these 4 aspects of the root chakra symbol are called the inner instrument. Some of the variations of the meanings of the 4 root chakra petals may be due to translations from Sanskrit. Sanskrit is a language that assigns many meanings to a single word. Thus, determining the exact meaning of a word in a particular context can be difficult. The following is a simple definition of each of these mental states. Manas, first petal. Mind, seat of instincts and desire. Buddhi, second petal, intellect, intuition and higher mind. Chitta, third petal, consciousness, memory and life experiences. Ahamkara, fourth petal, ego, the body and the senses. It's because it's the foundation of the chakra system, it contains all of it. In some translations, the 4 petals of the root chakra symbol represent 4 forms of longing. This is connected to the Hindu concept of Purusarthas. Purusarthas frames these longings as 4 goals related to human life. Dharma, psychological longing. Artha, soul longing. Kama, physical longing. Moksha, 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 longing for spiritual liberation. Freedom exists within the root chakra. Liberation. In addition to the 4 forms of longing noted above, the 4 petals depicted in root chakra symbols are also symbolic of 4 specific aspects of higher consciousness. These aspects can be outlined as great joy, natural pleasure, delight in controlling passion, blissfulness in concentration. The 4 lotus petals also represent the connection between the energy channels in the body called nadis and the root chakra. The nadis carry prana, or life force energy. The word nadi means flow or current. These energies run through the body on multiple levels: physical, subtle, and causal. The nadis each have associated Sanskrit symbols, which are these symbols on the leaves here, the petals. Now, universal law of abundance and prosperity number 1, the law of the law of divine oneness. Everything that exists, seen and unseen, physical and spirit, is connected to each other, inseparable from each other, in a field of divine oneness. We are all brothers and sisters with a divine nature, and our every action will affect another person in some way, whether this is happening directly or indirectly. And I'm going to bring it back again to the Native American culture, and that is for a reason. In this region, and I live in the United States, that was the first people. It is our root to this land. Those of us that were born here. And what I'm hearing is that many of us that were born here, that are currently incarnated here, born here, had past incarnations within these people. We come from that lineage. Our soul had that experience already. And we can remember this when we can open our root chakra, allow the circle of life to hold it and work with the energies to bring forward that incredible support from the earth and from your ancestors, from this land. It is that solidifying of your foundation that sets the attunement for the rest. So it's very powerful. and important. And so, to close this, the practice is in a comfortable position, and I like to lay on my bed with my head propped up and my feet, either the soles of my feet touching or cross-legged, so that my knees are open. What happens is it opens the pelvis and it almost grows the root chakra. It's like those pop-up books. When you open the book and it becomes a physical form of a ball or something, that is essentially how this works. So you're going to open your knees bent and open, comfortably. Then you're going to envision a ball of light that is red in the area of your tailbone, the very base of your spine. And do not focus on what condition it is in, not initially. Just envision that energy center at that location and red. Okay, when you put your attention on it, it's going to expand. Now, at that point, you're going to envision the circle of life coming in front of you and then merging into that energy center. So the circle is going to be around the red energy in your physical body. It's going to merge into your body and form around, so it holds the root chakra, the red energy center. And with that, you can put an intention for the universal forces to work through that symbol to cleanse and harmonize and attune that energy center for you, with a belief that that's what will take place. A show of gratitude, thank you, and the practice is complete. As time goes on and your attention returns to that chakra, notice difference in how you feel. Notice if you're getting hits from ancestral lineages, wisdom about natural happenings, remedies, behaviors that bring a successful outcome in a certain situation, memories, okay? And this overall expansion of the mother energy. The root is the earth's energy, an abundance of resource. Our mother holds us and always nurtures us. You can imagine like an umbilical cord from your root chakra to the center of the earth. That's what I do. It's very effective. But that is our mother. We come through her to be physical. It is an ensoulment, which is why the earth itself, the energy that is held here, is so impactful to every part of our being. Our very existence is because of her. We are one and the same. We are connected fundamentally, energetically connected to the earth. And it is that connection that sustains us. And is available. It is the foundation for the other 6 chakras that are within the physical body. Now, I'm going to do a teaching on the rest, one by one, as we go up to the crown. But this is the base. And it is important. And of course, it's about to be Mother's Day, so it's perfect timing. I hope that this information was helpful to you. Shout out to Lotus Moon for this amazing shirt. I'll go ahead and stand up so you can see it. Okay. Came perfect timing. Perfect timing. I'm wishing you all a beautiful day. An amazing Mother's Day. Please give thanks to the earth as your first and eternal. All my love. I'll talk to you soon.